everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and tomorrow we might be getting episode 8 of The Masked Singer. We don't know, but we're going to pretend that we're going to go through everything because we won't know until like 11 o'clock tonight. So let's do our normal Tuesday thing, which is The Masked Singer preview episode, plus there's other things I want to talk to you about. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So let's cross a few things off the list. You're saying, Joey, we might be getting an episode tomorrow, but I looked at my TV guide and it says that we definitely have one. I've heard a rumor that it's happening after the World Series if we have one, blah, blah, blah. Let's break this down real quickly. Tonight, the Astros and the Braves are playing Game 6. Now, in order to win the World Series, you have to win 4 games. And right now, as it sits, Astros are losing with 2 wins, and the Braves are winning with 3 wins. So, if the Braves win tonight, tomorrow there's no World Series game, and that means at 8 p.m. we have The Masked Singer. But, if the Astros win, that ties the series at 3-3. That would mean that they need a Game 7 or the tiebreaker game so that they can go ahead and decide who wins it. And that will take place tomorrow at 8 p.m. Now, if you watch all the trailers for the upcoming 8th episode of Season 6, you'll see at the very last frame, it says Wednesday at 8 p.m. Underneath of it says, unless there's a World Series game. So, for the sake of you and I know it's only 3 p.m., but let's start rooting on the Braves. I don't even like the Braves, but let's root on the Braves so that they can win, so that tomorrow we'll have a Masked Singer episode. You know what I mean? Sorry, Houston. Kind of like The Masked Singer better than you. And so that's kind of what leaves us. Anyway, let's do some more, just a little housekeeping real quick. We did have a contest in our beach ball video, and the winner of that is Barbara Portier. Now, Barbara, this is your mug here. I'm going to send it out to you. Please send me a message on Instagram with your address, your email. That way I can get this out to you as soon as possible. We still have 6 more episodes of The Masked Singer, so we have plenty of time to get it out to you. Next, I just want to point out that you guys really responded well to the Masked Singer tour video I put on yesterday. And a lot of you guys are like, Joey, are you going to be on the tour? Because there's 2 of them coming to New Jersey. One is in Newark, and then the other one's in Atlantic City. Now, I wish I could say yes, that I'm doing something with it. But see, what happens is that our YouTube channel, even though we're at like 44,000, it's not that big enough yet for us to kind of get recognized. They kind of wait till you hit like, you know, the big numbers, 50,000, 100,000. So please, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Get your friends to subscribe. The bigger this YouTube account is, the more we get recognized. And we do more things, like the other day we did the interview with Jenny McCarthy, and we also talked to Bow Wow and Brian Strickland. So, you know, if you want to help out, please make sure you do that. Now let's dive into tomorrow's episode. And gosh, if there's not an episode tomorrow, we'll have to do this again next week. But this is going to be the Thanksgiving episode. I know what you're saying. What? Thanksgiving isn't for another 3 weeks. Why is this the Thanksgiving episode? Look, you and I are asking the same questions, and I don't have an answer for you. But according to the TV guide, this is the Thanksgiving episode, and there is a guest judge. It is Joe McHale, which we know has been on the show now. This is his 6th time. Okay? I love Joel. Why don't they make him a permanent host? A host, or a like behind the scenes host, or a judge, or whatever. I love him on the show. I love Community. I love when him and Ken go at it because they have such a great chemistry together. You let me know. Do you think they should be? Yeah, I think so too. Now, with this episode, we are getting our final wild card, and that is the beach ball. And oh my gosh, we haven't even had clues for the beach ball yet. Yet we are still like pinpointing on who it is. Remember, it's someone that was guest in season 3, and I have to shout out one of our subscribers. And give me 1 second because I want to pull up. It's Ida Carson Hardy, who actually sat down, rewatched the full 3rd season of The Masked Singer, and put together a full list of everyone that was guest. Seriously, every list from Group A, B, and C, and went through it and then color coordinated it to who is it actually revealed under the mask, who it can't be based on, like, you know, we have our master list of clues. And remember, their clue was season 3, and it has to do something closely with, like, the beach ball and, you know, seagull and things like that. And I was staring at this list for like an hour and a half this morning, trying to figure out who, what, how, who. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see anything in here that stands out to me that is like, oh my god, that is totally like, you would think like Jason Segel, but he was never guessed. So I don't know if that clue helped. I really don't. Eventually, we're gonna have to do a whole video just about this list, because there's at least, I want to say, 150 people on this list. And we could probably cross off people that have a lot of money. Like, they have, like, Tim Tebow, he's worth a lot of money. Tim McGraw's worth a lot of money. Chris Pratt, worth way too much money. You know, David Hasselhoff, I don't know, Will Arnett, Vince Gill. A lot of these people we can cross off just because they're worth too much money, and it breaks the bank on the master list of clues when it comes to how much money everyone made overall. Anyway, that's for another video. Let's go through the clues that we have for Group B. Now remember, we only have seen Group B twice. Think about that. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 was last week's recap video, and this will be the 3rd episode for Group B. So there really aren't many clues for these characters. And also remember that as a YouTube channel, we already revealed who's under the mask of the Mallard and Banana Split. So you can look at those reveals by the links in the description below. You can check them out and come back a little bit later, which would pretty much mean that we still have, I mean, we already know who the Queen of Hearts is, but these other ones down here, you guys are like throwing me some guesses on who you think they could be. So you let me know in the comment section who you think they are. So anyway, let's start our clues off with the Queen of Hearts. Now, this was from the 3rd episode, because we're going to do 3rd episode clues and 5th episode clues. So she says, they say if you follow your heart, it's going to lead you on some amazing adventures. I'm pretty excited to do things on this stage that I never thought I would do. But the truth is, I've spent my entire life learning how to champion my own heart. Growing up, there wasn't a lot of warmth in my household. I left home when I was pretty young, and it was definitely scary at times. But I was determined to never turn back. I was really grateful to all the hardships that I've overcome because they made me who I am. All of our hearts are destined to be broken. It's what we do with those pieces that makes us extraordinary. Visual clues was a jewel, got a giveaway right there, Tin Man, 10 p.m., a horse, a ghost, and Hilary Swank. After that was episode 5. Queen of Hearts says, I think people often are surprised that I'm shy because I don't come off that way on stage. I've definitely loved and lost, but hey, that doesn't mean I can't get back onto this horse. We should make this into a dating profile. Mr. King of Hearts should have an emotional intelligence. He should be smart. He should also be handsome. He's outdoorsy, heck. I want him to have a private plane if I'm asking, not even a joke. But hey, why not? Speaking of l'amour, it's love in French. What's more romantic than a song in French? Remember, she sings in French and she says she's never sang French before. So if you know anyone that sang French before, you know, Celine Dion, Lady Gaga, it ain't them. Plus they break the bank when it comes to how much money we have. Their date clue for that week was they would date Ken because they had a roasting hot first date. The big clue right there. Visual clues, a feather, a rock, and a dating app. Now, we do have the pitch correct audio for you guys, and it's going to be at the end of this video. I know this one's going to be a long one. I apologize. But when you get a lot of clues, you know, you got to make sure you get them all. Got to get them all. Next is The Mallard, episode 3. I may be living the high life, best-selling book, platinum album, but that's not always the case. I guess growing up the way we did, you always were hustling. Well, my first businesses were selling worms, and then I found a human jukebox on the school bus. Now, here's the way the human jukebox works. You put a quarter in the armpit, and then I sing. The girls really like the entertainer of me on the bus. Visual clues are Boot, Deer, and Chris Pratt. In episode 5, he pretty much talks about his wife the entire time, how they met, how on the 4th grade, they went out for a moonlit hike. He kissed her. She doesn't remember that. Visual clues were the marsh and the reeds. There really weren't many clues for that episode. After that was the banana split. We're so excited to be here because it's so unexpected. You know, Hollywood is a small town, but there's times where it can make you feel even smaller. I left school with big dreams to do what most people do when they arrive into the city. Got a day job, which I quit when I thought I had my big break to only beg for it once again. There's no such thing as an overnight success. The key is finding a collaborator who sticks with me through the sweet and sour and share my dreams, which makes every moment that much more delicious. Visual clues: a medal, a give it up sign, and ice cream. Next was episode 5. The song choice has been very difficult, which is actually so far been our biggest challenge. There's a difference between like a great love song and a great song for you, especially when it comes to those love songs. There's 3 ingredients for a perfect love song: a pinch of fantasy, pain, and reality. And that's the title of my next album. Well, it took us a lot of time and consideration to pick the perfect song for date night, but we think we have that tonight, and we nailed it. The date clue was going to Nicole, saying that they've had a ball together. Visual clues were the song recipe cookbook, fantasy red cross, a globe with Asia on it, a heart, and a plate of nothing. Now, I just want to stop right there. We learned that, by the way, if you didn't make it to halfway through this video, you don't know this, but we learned that Jenny's going to hit that take it off buzzer, and to be honest with you, I'm thinking she's going to be doing it for the banana split. I mean, how many other famous couples? One that plays piano, the other one's a fantastic singer. How many of those do you know? I know, not too many. And I'm pretty sure Jenny, knowing everything that Jenny knows, she probably knows who this is, and she's gonna hit that buzzer, and they're gonna take it off, and she's gonna be right. Which is gonna put her in the lead for the golden ear. Which, I mean, she technically, well, she's almost in the lead now. So, you let me know, do you agree or do you disagree? After that was the caterpillar, and we've only had one episode of clues for the caterpillar. They said, I chose the caterpillar costume because ultimately life is all about metamorphosis. They use that word a lot on the show, and the reason why I know that's because I say it a lot, and I never used to be able to say it properly, and now I can say it. Metamorphosis. There we go. Growing up, I was very lonely. You know, things weren't always great at home, and I was rebelling. So I left home at a young age, and at some points lived in my car, and even started stealing to make ends meet. My parents used to tell me that I was going to end up in jail, and boy, were they right! I think the thing that drove me the most were all those voices from my past telling me that I would never amount to anything. Well, I showed them. Their date clue was to Robin, and they said I can't take my eyes off of his printed shirts. Printed shirts. Keep that clue in mind. Visual clues: that was a hurricane in Florida. We saw a jail, and then we saw the Great Lakes. Now those were all of the clues. Now let's go ahead and hit up the pitch correct audio. Make sure while you're listening you have your guesses like kind of nearby. That way you can go, it's this one, it's not this one, it's that one, it could be that one, or it's maybe that one. Anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit of their audio and our audio. Here you go.
Listen, we came here to win, okay?
Song choice has been very difficult.
It's actually so far our biggest challenge. There's a difference between like a great song and a great song for you.
Listen, we came here to win, okay?
Song choice has been very difficult.
It's actually so far our biggest challenge. There's a difference between like a great song and a great song for you. Especially when it comes to love songs. The 3 ingredients for a perfect love song, I think it's like a pinch of
Fantasy.
I believe you can fall in love at first sight. I met my wife in 4th grade. I still can remember the first day I saw her.
I believe you can fall in love at first sight. I met my wife in 4th grade. I still can remember the first day I saw her. With big curly hair, and I was like, that looks like a big old glass of iced tea. I asked her on the moonlight hike, and she said yes. And to my best recollection, I got a little kiss on the cheek.
I think people are often surprised that I'm shy because I don't come off like that on stage. I've definitely loved and lost, but heck, that don't mean I can't get back on the horse. Oh my gosh, we should make this into a dating profile.
I think people are often surprised that I'm shy because I don't come off like that on stage. I've definitely loved and lost, but heck, that don't mean I can't get back on the horse. Oh my gosh, we should make this into a dating profile.
I chose the caterpillar costume because ultimately my life has been all about metamorphosis. Growing up, I was lonely. You know, things weren't always great at home, and I was rebelling. I chose the caterpillar costume because ultimately my life has been all about metamorphosis. Growing up, I was lonely. You know, things weren't always great at home, and I was rebelling. So I left home at a young age. At some point, lived in my car,
was homeless and even started stealing to make ends meet.
So there you guys go. That is the pitch correct audio. I want to know who you think those guys are. So in the comment section, write Group B, Banana Split, Mallard, Queen of Hearts, and Caterpillar dashes, and then give me your best guesses. Also, give me your best guess for the beach ball. I know we did a whole video about it 2 days ago. So let me know in the comment section. Anyway, I'm Joey. Please stay safe. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, I'll see you later. Bye.